What's up YouTube? Chris with Dirty Designs here. Going to show you guys how to make a cool smoky space environment intro in Adobe After Effects. This is my first After Effects tutorial on this channel, so I decided to make it a little unique, something people really haven't seen before. Before I made this tutorial, I was a little hesitant on making this because it requires for you to have third-party plugins. These plugins you're going to need are Trapcode Particular and Video Copilot's optical flares. Now, just search a video on YouTube, figure out how to get that, and just as soon as you have that, just go ahead and follow along with this tutorial. So I've already have this RAM previewed. This is the kind of space environment we have here, and I'm going to RAM preview this for you guys, and this is kind of what we're going to be making. The lens flare is a little slow in this video because I didn't really make it like an awesome intro, but as you can see, the flare goes across and it reveals the text inside of space and it says space environment. Okay, and I've got a little excess amount over here. I really, like I said, I didn't polish this up really to make an intro. I'll probably have this project in the description for you guys to download just in case you're lazy and you don't want to follow the tutorial. So basically what we're going to do, just go to composition, new composition, name this space intro, 1280 by 720, make it around 10 seconds, click OK. Click Command or Control Y to create a new layer, name this background. Once you have that, make sure it's comp size, click OK. Once you have that, Control or Command Y once again, and make this for your stars. Make comp size and click OK. Now what we're going to do, just go up here to Effect, go to Trapcode, and then go to Particular. Once you have Particular open on this, go ahead and go to the Emitter tab. As you can see, if we go ahead, we have the particles actually emitting. Now you can achieve this effect using CC Particle World, but it doesn't look anything as good as this. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to go down to Emissions Extras, change the pre-run to 100. That way at the very beginning it's emitting and not just toward the around 2-second mark, and it is actually born at the 2-second mark. Okay, once you have that done, go ahead and go up here, change your emitter type to box. That way it doesn't come from one point, it actually goes out in different directions. And then what we need to do, we need to change our emitter size X, space this out pretty far. Change the Y, get that out about like that, and the emitter size Z. Add some depth to this. You don't want it to just be mainly it looks 2D. Okay, once you have that, now we have this. Looks pretty good. Okay, now, once you have that, go down in here, go to the Particle tab, go ahead and Particle Life, make that around whatever the, like how long your intro is, so 10 seconds, be about right. Alright, once you have that, go ahead and sphere feather. I don't want it to really be that feathered. Make it around 15. That looks kind of sharp, but actually looks pretty good. Size, bring the size down dramatically, probably around 1.5. Make it small because there you go, it kind of looks like the night sky. Alright, so size over life, bring down this tab and select this third one, which is a pyramid. What this does, it'll be kind of solid, and it'll come up here to most solid point, and then it goes opaque. Okay, once you have that, go down to opacity over life and choose the pyramid again. And now we've got this nice effect going on. As you can see, it's kind of moving a little too much. So we really don't want anything to like be that fast. So we need to go up here, go to the speed, which is let me find it. Of course, I couldn't find it. Sorry, guys, having a little trouble. So go up here to the speed, which is particles a second, and change this to about 50. And looks okay. Okay, so we go down here. Keep going down this way. And go ahead and change the transfer mode to add. Okay, so now we've got this decent space looking effect. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to create a kind of smoke as you've seen in the very first. So what we're going to do is make sure you have all these settings down correctly. Okay, once you have that, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and change the velocity to 20. That's what it was, guys. The velocity is your speed. I'm sorry, guys. It took me a while to find that. As you can see, it kind of goes slow, which makes it better. So basically, what we're going to do, we're going to duplicate this layer. So just Control D while that layer is selected. As you can see, it's duplicated. Right-click, rename this to Smoke. I'll name it Smoke Layer. All right. Once we have that, go ahead and we'll change the particle top to cloudlet, and these really don't look like cloudlets yet, so we want to change the size, make it pretty big, something around 63, and then we need to change the opacity of this to around actually like 0.5, so it doesn't look as, not a lot of smoke. And as you can see, it's kind of spacey, so if it's spacey for you guys, bring up the size a little bit. That looks pretty good with the smoke, maybe a little less. And there we go. Also, change the color. You don't want to be as bland, so change it maybe to a light blue. Something around that right there, so it's actually more visible. And as you can see, we have this so far. So that looks very, very decent. Okay, now this is where optical flares comes into position. So just go ahead and go to Layer, New, Solid, or Control Y. Name this Lens Flare. Click OK. Once you have this, go ahead and go to Effect, Video Copilot, Optical Flares, and then I'll be using this very first optical flare that always comes up when you start Video Copilot. I'll make that right about there. Okay, now once you have that in, go ahead and click this. If you don't see mode here, go ahead and click this middle button here. This will bring up your mode. Change this to Add, so it actually goes into our scene, so you have the space behind it. And if you want to, bring up the brightness a little bit, about like that. And you go ahead and collapse that so it's not there anymore. Okay, once you have this, just go ahead and go ahead Text. Well, let me go to Layer, New, Text Layer. Your text, I'll name this Space Intro. And the font I'm using is Alien League. A link will be in the description for this, so you guys can check that out. So name this Space Intro Tutorial, excuse me. Okay, once you have that, go ahead and click your pointer tool. Click this little button here and open up the title action save and center this as much as possible. So there we go, that's about centered. Also, you can make sure your lens flare is centered as well, so select your lens flare. And of course it's not working for me. Make sure you click optical flare, there you go. And grab this and make sure that's as centered as possible. Okay, once you have that, just go ahead and take the action save off, and there we go. We have this nice space background. So if we run it right now, it's basically got the lens flare, which is motionless, and you've got your text. Okay, now what we want to do is go ahead and click on the lens flare layer, click on the lens flare, the actual thing, the actual effect, and then what we're going to do, we're going to position X and Y. So we want to start it at around 1 second. So create a keyframe for position XY. Go ahead and go to about 6 seconds. Say that's where you want it to end, or 5 seconds. And then drag this all the way over on this side and keyframe that. So basically, go ahead and open up this. Go to Effects, Optical Flares, Position X and Y. Go ahead and go to 1 second where you want it to start. Sorry, I didn't create a keyframe for that. So just go ahead and start here and go ahead and create you a keyframe for that. And then go ahead and go over to about, start right here, go to about 5 seconds and drag it over on this side. And it'll create an automatic keyframe. So once you have that, just scroll up, collapse this. So you got your main layers here. And if you view that now, as you can see, we've got our lens flare actually going across the screen. Okay, so now what I want to do, click on your text layer, go to Effect, Generate, and go to Stroke. Once you have this, go ahead and grab your pen tool, which is G on your keyboard, click over here on the outside of the S, holding shift and click on the outside of the L. Now once you have this, just go ahead and change your color to red so you can actually see where this is going to actually go, and change the brush size so it covers up the complete area. Now if you start changing the brush size and you see it's not working, go up here and click mask 1. This is the actual mask you created, so if you don't see that, go ahead and click mask 1. It should automatically do that, but if not, then go ahead and select it. Brush size, make sure it just covers the text completely. Alright, once you have that, just go ahead and click this down arrow, click reveal original image. Then what you want to do is change, go ahead to the lens flare and see where it comes across the S. Where it comes across the S is where you want to drag your text layer out to. So have that there. Now what you want to do is go ahead and click the end keyframe and bring that down to 0. Go forward until it reaches the end of the mask, around 5 seconds. Take the end and boost it up to 100. Once you have that, you can actually view this yourself. I'll RAM preview this for you guys. It'll take a little while because this is a fairly large project in itself. So we'll just RAM preview this. It will take a little while, so bear with me. As you can see in the RAM preview, it is going pretty slow, but you actually be able to see the effect as it goes to the RAM preview. So as you see, the flare comes across the text, and the text appears right on the flare. So when the flare passes, the text is actually already there. So just wait for this to RAM preview so you can actually view this in real time. And this is taking a while. I'm sorry again for that, guys, but this is a fairly large project. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of third-party plugins, which if you use third-party plugins, you're going to be used to this RAM preview time because it does take a while. So once you have that, just let it RAM preview completely. I'm not going to let it RAM preview but until about as soon as the flare reaches to the right side of the screen. I'll just go ahead and click play right here. As you can see, got the thing, swaps across, and there's our text. And see it once more, and there you go. So that's basically the effect. If you want to add more like effects to this lens flare, like it'll pan across, come up, the screen will twitch, and it'll shoot across. That's fine. But this is just the basic of the project. So again, hope you guys enjoyed this. This is pretty complicating. I should have this in the description, but if not, then just have fun following the tutorial. Thanks, guys. Peace.